They came to see Muhammad Ali fight with his fists. But what he showed the world wasn't about strength in the ring. It wasn't about speed, power, or knockout blows. It was about something far greater. The kind of power that commands respect without raising a voice, that conquers fear without harming others, and that leaves a legacy no one can erase. Today, you're about to learn 7 lessons from Muhammad Ali. Lessons that reveal the true meaning of strength, courage, and influence. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Ali wasn't just the greatest fighter. He was the greatest example of real power the world has ever seen. Muhammad Ali was one of the most dangerous men on the planet, not because he lost control, but because he never did. Imagine possessing the ability to silence anyone with your fists, yet choosing restraint. That was Ali's true strength. When insults flew, when accusations filled the room, when people tried to provoke him into anger, Ali didn't react the way they expected. He paused, he listened, he let the moment breathe. And in that pause, something powerful happened. The people attacking him revealed more about themselves than they ever could about Ali. Their voices grew louder, their words sharper, and Ali, he remained calm, almost amused, because he understood a truth most people never learn. The first person to lose control is the first person to lose power. Ali knew anger is a trap. It clouds judgment, weakens timing, and hands your opponent exactly what they want. Whether it was in a hostile interview, a racially charged crowd, or a verbal confrontation meant to humiliate him, Ali kept his emotions on a leash, not because he was weak, but because he was disciplined. That discipline made him untouchable. Real power isn't about how hard you can strike. It's about how steady you remain when everything around you is shaking. Ali mastered his mind before he ever mastered the ring. And that self-control didn't just win him fights, it won him respect, silence, and ultimately victory without throwing a punch. That's why Muhammad Ali wasn't just powerful, he was unbreakable. Muhammad Ali believed in himself before the world ever did. And that's what made him unstoppable. When Ali said, "I am the greatest," people didn't cheer. They laughed. They called him arrogant, loud, delusional. Champions weren't supposed to talk like that. They were supposed to wait for titles, wait for approval, wait for history to decide. Ali refused to wait. He understood something most people never do. Confidence borrowed from others is fragile. The moment the crowd turns, it collapses. So Ali built his belief from the inside out. He spoke greatness into existence when there was no evidence to support it, except his own conviction. Every bold declaration was a message to his mind. Every prediction was a promise to himself. And slowly, the world had no choice but to catch up. Ali didn't ask permission to believe he was special. He didn't shrink to make others comfortable. He stood tall in rooms that wanted him quiet, knowing that doubting himself would be far more dangerous than being doubted by others. Real power isn't waiting to be chosen. It's choosing yourself loudly, unapologetically, and without fear. Muhammad Ali showed us that confidence isn't arrogance when it's backed by work, courage, and discipline. It's preparation meeting belief. And once belief becomes unshakable, no amount of criticism can stop it. The world didn't make Ali great. Ali declared it first, and then proved it. Muhammad Ali learned early that real power always comes with a price, and he was willing to pay it. At the peak of his career, when his fists were unstoppable and his future seemed guaranteed, Ali was given a choice: protect his success or protect his principles. Most people would have chosen comfort. Most would have stayed quiet, signed the paper, and kept the crown. Ali did. He knew exactly what he would lose: the heavyweight title, millions of dollars, the best years of his life. And still, he stood firm. No anger, no drama, just a calm refusal to betray what he believed in. That decision isolated him. The media turned hostile. Former fans became critics. He was labeled unpatriotic, selfish, even cowardly. But Ali never raised his voice to defend himself. He let time do what arguments could, because values only mean something when they cost you. Anyone can claim principles when they're convenient. Real strength is holding on to them when everything is at risk. Ali understood that losing everything is better than losing yourself. Years later, history reversed the verdict. What once looked like defiance became courage. What looked like sacrifice became legacy. Muhammad Ali proved that titles can be taken, money can disappear, and applause can fade. But integrity lasts forever. And that is a power no opponent can touch. You said, millionaire tries to humiliate Muhammad Ali in first class and regrets it forever. Lathay Washu, day ago. Taras now play. A mob boss demanded Ali throw the fight. Ali's reaction made him apologize. Fatis istegu. Unahas now playing. Everyone attacked Muhammad Ali. He asked one question that silenced them. 4 days ago, with that now playing. Everyone wanted Ali versus Bruce Lee. Ali asked one question instead. A massive days ago, now playing. Ali let the accuser speak until he ran out of words. And just days ago, now playing. A senator accused Muhammad Ali of betraying America. Ali never raised his voice. Now playing. They expected Muhammad Ali to defend himself. He defended someone else. But it's Aisha days ago. Now play. A man tried to humiliate Ali in public. The ending changed them both. Aisha's days. Now playing. A war hero humiliated Muhammad Ali on live TV. Ali's calm response changed him forever. Which all but was now playing. The interview turned hostile until Ali told one quiet story. Days ago. Give me powerful title for the chat. GPT said. Here are powerful high CTR title options crafted to match your channel's Muhammad Ali calm strength storytelling style and to outperform your past videos. Short, emotional, curiosity driven, and algorithm friendly. Top tier, most viral potential. They tried to break Muhammad Ali. He broke the moment. Instead, everyone thought Ali would explode. He did something far more powerful. A powerful man crossed Muhammad Ali and regretted it instantly. They came to humiliate Muhammad Ali. What he did shocked everyone. Muhammad Ali stayed silent, and it changed everything. The biopsychological story driven. One man tried to dominate Muhammad Ali. Ali ended him with calm. They pushed Muhammad Ali too far. His response was legendary. Muhammad Ali was surrounded by enemies. One sentence ended it. They expected a fight from Ali. He gave them a lesson instead. Muhammad Ali let them talk, then spoke once. Short and punchy. YouTube algorithm friendly. Muhammad Ali's calm response destroyed his opponent. They underestimated Muhammad Ali. Bad mistake. Muhammad Ali refused to fight and won anyway. Ali didn't raise his voice. Everyone else fell silent. One quiet moment made Muhammad Ali untouchable. Bagu, Lagoon, legacy angle. This is why Muhammad Ali was more than a fighter. Muhammad Ali proved strength isn't loud. Ali faced power, ego, and hate, and stayed unshaken. Muhammad Ali showed the world what real power looks like. Ali won without throwing a punch. Da'iyadh, my strongest recommendation, based on your best performing video style. They came to humiliate Muhammad Ali. What he did shocked everyone. This hits curiosity, conflict, emotional payoff, broad audience appeal. If you want, I can also craft thumbnail text to arbor optimize title description combo. We rewrite titles for shorts versus long form. Analyze why one of your videos hit 1.6k views and others didn't. Just tell me good. You said, which title best for my video you chose for me? Chat GPT said for your channel, your past titles, and what's already proven to work. This is the one I choose for you. Best title, my final. They came to humiliate Muhammad Ali. What he did shocked everyone. Why this is the best for you. Matches your most successful video style. Conflict, calm, powerful. Ending, strong emotional hook in the first 4 words. Creates curiosity without spoilers. Works perfectly with black and white. Ali thumbnail appeals to both Ali fans, Posh, general viewers. Safe, timeless, and highly clickable. اختيون perfect thumbnail text. Use 1. They tried to humiliate him. He stayed calm. Ali never flinched. If you want, next I can optimize description tags for this exact title. Create a killer first 10 seconds hook. Design thumbnail prompt that fits this title perfectly. Just say next. You said, Muhammad Ali showed the world what real power looks like. Create a YouTube video script on 7 powerful lessons. ChatGPT said, here is a cinematic, emotionally powerful YouTube script built exactly for your channel's style. Calm strength, moral victory, and legacy. Title used, Muhammad Ali showed the world what real power looks like. Blue Arrow. They thought power was loud. They thought power was fists, fear, and dominance. But Muhammad Ali stood in the middle of chaos and showed the world something far more dangerous. He showed them real power, not the kind that shouts, the kind that stands firm when the whole world pushes back. Today, we're breaking down 7 powerful lessons Muhammad Ali taught the world. Lessons that go far beyond boxing. Talk. Lesson 1. Real power is self-control. Ali could destroy men with his hands, but his greatest strength was knowing when not to use them. When insulted, attacked, or provoked, Ali often paused. He listened, he smiled, he let others expose themselves, because losing control gives power away, and Ali never gave his away. True power begins with mastery over yourself. Lesson 2. Confidence doesn't need perfume. Lesson 2. Ali declared, I am the greatest, long before the world agreed. They laughed, they mocked him, but Ali wasn't asking for approval. He was programming belief. He understood something rare. If you don't define yourself, the world will do it for you. Real power is believing first and proving later. Lesson 3. Standing for your values costs. Ali lost titles, money, years of his prime, all because he refused to betray his beliefs. He didn't hide, he didn't apologize. He stood still and let the consequences come. That kind of courage can't be trained. It's forged. Real power is choosing principles over comfort. Risk for silence can be a weapon. When attacked on live television, Ali didn't interrupt. He let the accusations pile up. He let the anger show. And then, when the room was heavy with noise, he spoke softly, and the room fell silent. Because silence, used wisely, forces people to hear themselves. Real power doesn't rush to respond. Lesson 5. You don't have to humiliate others to win. Ali could embarrass opponents, but he often chose not to. Instead, he elevated the moment. He taught lessons without crushing spirits. He corrected without destroying. Because dominance is easy, dignity is rare. Real power leaves people changed, not broken. Lesson 6. Power without compassion is weakness. Ali fought champions in the ring, but outside it, he defended the voiceless. He spoke for those who couldn't. He stood where it was uncomfortable. Strength without compassion becomes tyranny. Ali knew that real power protects. It doesn't exploit. Lesson 7. Legacy is the final form of power. Long after the belts faded, long after the punches stopped, Ali's impact only grew. Because real power isn't what you take, it's what remains after you're gone. Ali didn't just win fights, he changed how the world defines strength. That is power that never fades. Muhammad Ali showed us that power isn't loud, isn't cruel, isn't afraid. It's calm, it's principled, it's unshakable. And the question is no longer, was Ali the greatest fighter? The question is, will you carry even a fraction of the power he lived by? If you want next, I can write a viral description pic, create black and white image prompts for each lesson, design thumbnail text and AI image prompt. Turn this into YouTube shorts. 7 clips, just say next. You said, now expand lesson 1. In 150 characters, must be engaging and gripping, ChatGPT said. Lesson 1. Real power is self-control. Muhammad Ali was one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Not because he lost control, but because he never did. Imagine possessing the ability to silence anyone with your fists, yet choosing restraint. That was Ali's true strength. When insults flew, when accusations filled the room, when people tried to provoke him into anger, Ali didn't react the way they expected. He paused, he listened, he let the moment breathe, and in that pause, something powerful happened. The people attacking him revealed more about themselves than they ever could about Ali. Their voices grew louder, their words sharper. And Ali, he remained calm, almost amused, because he understood a truth most people never learn. The first person to lose control is the first person to lose power.
Ali knew anger is a trap.
It clouds judgment, weakens timing, and hands your opponent exactly what they want. Whether it was in a hostile interview, a racially charged crowd, or a verbal confrontation meant to humiliate him, Ali kept his emotions on a leash, not because he was weak, but because he was disciplined. That discipline made him untouchable. Real power isn't about how hard you can strike, it's about how steady you remain when everything around you is shaking. Ali mastered his mind before he ever mastered the ring, and that self-control didn't just win him fights, it won him respect, silence, and ultimately victory without throwing a punch. That's why Muhammad Ali wasn't just powerful, he was unbreakable. You said, now, ChatGPT said, Desantuin, confident, doesn't need perfection. Muhammad Ali believed in himself before the world ever did, and that's what made him unstoppable. When Ali said, I am the greatest, people didn't cheer, they laughed. They called him arrogant, loud, delusional. Champions weren't supposed to talk like that. They were supposed to wait for titles, wait for approval, wait for history to decide. Ali refused to wait. He understood something most people never do. Confidence borrowed from others is fragile. The moment a crowd turns, it collapses. So Ali built his belief from the inside out. He spoke greatness into existence when there was no evidence to support it, except his own conviction. Every bold declaration was a message to his mind. Every prediction was a promise to himself. And slowly, the world had no choice but to catch up. Ali didn't ask permission to believe he was special. He didn't shrink to make others comfortable. He stood tall in rooms that wanted him quiet, knowing that doubting himself would be far more dangerous than being doubted by others. Real power isn't waiting to be chosen. It's choosing yourself loudly, unapologetically, and without fear. Muhammad Ali showed us that confidence isn't arrogance when it's backed by work, courage, and discipline. It's preparation meeting belief, and once belief becomes unshakable, no amount of criticism can stop it. The world didn't make Ali great. Ali declared it first, and then proved it. You said, now with ChatGPT said, clear and clarity, standing for your values costs you. Muhammad Ali learned early that real power always comes with a price, and he was willing to pay it. At the peak of his career, when his fists were unstoppable and his future seemed guaranteed, Ali was given a choice: protect his success or protect his principles. Most people would have chosen comfort. Most would have stayed quiet, signed the paper, and kept the crown. Ali didn't. He knew exactly what he would lose: the heavyweight title, millions of dollars, the best years of his life. And still, he stood firm. No anger, no drama, just a calm refusal to betray what he believed in. That decision isolated him. The media turned hostile. Former fans became critics. He was labeled unpatriotic, selfish, even cowardly. But Ali never raised his voice to defend himself. He let time do what arguments couldn't, because values only mean something when they cost you. Anyone can claim principles when they're convenient. Real strength is holding on to them when everything is at risk. Ali understood that losing everything is better than losing yourself. Years later, history reversed the verdict. What once looked like defiance became courage. What looked like sacrifice became legacy. Muhammad Ali proved that titles can be taken, money can disappear, and applause can fade. but integrity lasts forever. And that is a power no opponent can touch. You said, now, follow in thought. ChatGPT said, Lesson 4. Silence can be a weapon. Muhammad Ali understood something most people never do. You don't win every battle by speaking. Sometimes the most devastating response is no response at all. Ali faced hostile interviewers, aggressive critics, and powerful men who tried to corner him with words. They wanted a reaction. They wanted anger, defensiveness, or a mistake they could replay and twist. Noise was their weapon. Ali chose silence. He would sit calmly as accusations piled up. He let people interrupt themselves, raise their voices, and reveal their frustration. The room would grow tense, uncomfortable, heavy, and in that stillness, something incredible happened. The power quietly shifted. Because when one person is loud and the other is calm, the audience knows who is in control. Ali knew that words spoken too fast are usually spoken from fear. Silence, on the other hand, forces truth to surface. It gives space for arrogance to expose itself and for insecurity to leak through every insult. While others talked, Ali observed. He measured, he waited, and when he finally spoke, he didn't waste a single word. His responses were slow, deliberate, and precise, not designed to win an argument, but to end it. One sentence from Ali could undo 10 minutes of shouting. His calm voice carried more weight because it wasn't rushed, it wasn't emotional, it was intentional. Silence also protected him. In a world eager to misquote, misrepresent, and manipulate, Ali refused to give his critics unnecessary Ali refused to give his critics unnecessary ammunition. He understood that not every attack deserves an answer, and not every opinion deserves a platform. This wasn't weakness, it was strategy. Ali knew that reacting instantly is what opponents expect. It puts you on their timeline, their rhythm, their emotional frequency. Silence breaks that pattern. It disrupts control. It creates uncertainty, and uncertainty is powerful. In moments when others would defend themselves desperately, Ali stood composed. His posture said, I don't need to explain myself to you. And that confidence was louder than any comeback. The greatest minds throughout history have known this truth. Silence commands attention. When used correctly, it forces others to listen, to reflect, to fill the void with their own words, and often their own mistakes. Muhammad Ali didn't stay silent because he lacked something to say. He stayed silent because he understood the value of timing. Real power isn't constant noise. It's knowing when to speak and having the strength to wait until your words can no longer be ignored. In a world obsessed with dominance, Muhammad Ali proved something radical. Victory doesn't require humiliation. Ali could embarrass opponents with ease. His speed, intelligence, and charisma gave him every tool to break people down, not just physically but emotionally. He could have crushed egos, exposed weaknesses, and left his rivals smaller than they were before they met him. But more often than not, he chose restraint. Ali understood the difference between winning and destroying. Anyone can dominate when they have power. It takes discipline to hold that power back. Real strength isn't measured by how small you make others feel. It's measured by how much control you have over your own ego. There were moments when people insulted him publicly, tried to provoke him, or disrespected him in front of cameras. They expected retaliation. They expected Ali to strike back with words sharp enough to humiliate them. Instead, Ali often responded with humor, calm logic, or silence. And sometimes, he didn't respond at all. Why? Because humiliation is a cheap victory. It ends the moment applause fades. It doesn't change hearts. It doesn't teach lessons. It only feeds the ego of the one delivering it. Ali wanted something deeper. He wanted to elevate the moment, not reduce it to a shouting match. He understood that when you humiliate someone, you create an enemy. When you maintain dignity, you create reflection. People remember how you made them feel long after they forget what you said. Ali's approach forced others to confront themselves. When he refused to humiliate, the contrast became obvious. The louder the attack, the calmer Ali appeared. The more aggressive the insult, the more controlled his response. That contrast did more damage to his opponent's image than any verbal counterattack ever could. This wasn't kindness for the sake of politeness. It was confidence at the highest level. Ali didn't need to prove superiority. It was already visible. He didn't need to crush others to feel tall, and that's what separated him from ordinary champions. Ordinary champions seek validation through dominance. Ali sought meaning through dignity. He believed power should be used with responsibility, not cruelty. Strength, in his eyes, came with an obligation to rise above ego, not surrender to it. Even in victory, Ali showed respect. Even in disagreement, he preserved humanity. That restraint is rare, especially in moments when humiliation feels justified. Ali understood that people grow when they are challenged, not when they are shamed, and because of that his victories lasted longer than the moment. They lived on in memory, in legacy, and in the way people told his story. Muhammad Ali didn't just defeat opponents, he outgrew them. That is the kind of power that doesn't create fear. It creates admiration, and admiration lasts far longer than humiliation ever. Muhammad Ali knew something that many powerful people never learn. Strength without compassion eventually collapses. Ali wasn't just strong in the ring, he was strong in how he treated people when no trophies were on the line. At the height of his fame, when he could walk into any room and dominate it by presence alone, Ali consistently chose empathy over ego, and that choice is what turned him from a champion into a symbol. He understood that raw power, when left unchecked, becomes intimidation. It creates fear, silence, and obedience, but never respect. Ali wanted more than fear. He wanted meaning, so he used his voice to defend those who didn't have one. At a time when speaking out carried real consequences, Ali stood with the marginalized, the criticized, and the unheard. He didn't gain popularity from it. In fact, he lost it. But Ali knew that compassion is not weakness. It is moral courage. It requires strength to care when caring costs you something. Ali saw pain where others saw inconvenience. He saw injustice where others saw comfort. And instead of turning away, he stepped forward. This compassion didn't soften him, it sharpened him, because compassion demands responsibility. It forces you to think beyond yourself, beyond your reputation, beyond your immediate benefit. Ali recognized that true power must lift something other than ego, otherwise, it's hollow. Many powerful figures use their influence to extract attention, loyalty, fear. Ali used his to protect. He spoke carefully, not to inflame, but to humanize. Even when his words were bold, they carried purpose rather than cruelty. Ali also showed compassion toward his opponents. After brutal fights, he embraced the men he had just faced. He understood that behind every rivalry was a human being carrying their own fears, dreams, and sacrifices. That recognition takes maturity. It takes humility. Power that lacks compassion eventually isolates itself. It creates distance. It builds walls. Ali did the opposite. He built bridges, and those bridges lasted far longer than his undefeated streaks. As the years passed and his physical strength faded, Ali's compassion only became more visible. When illness slowed his speech and weakened his body, his presence still commanded silence. Why? Because people remembered how he made them feel, seen, respected, valued. That is the paradox Ali lived by. Compassion doesn't dilute power, it magnifies it. True strength isn't how much you can take, it's how much you're willing to give without expecting anything in return. Muhammad Ali showed the world that muscles fade, speed slows, and fame disappears, but compassion leaves an imprint that time cannot erase. And in the end, that imprint is what makes power truly unforgettable. Muhammad Ali understood something that few people ever stop to consider. The greatest form of power is what remains after you are gone. Belts can be stripped, records can be broken, crowds eventually move on. Ali knew this even at the height of his fame. That's why he never fought only for the moment. He fought for meaning. In the ring, Ali was brilliant. Outside the ring, he was intentional. He knew every word, every stand, every moment of restraint or courage was shaping a story larger than any single victory. Ali wasn't obsessed with being remembered as the best boxer. He wanted to be remembered as a man who stood firm when it mattered, and that awareness changed everything. When his physical abilities began to fade, his influence did the opposite. As illness slowed his movements and softened his voice, the world listened more closely. Why? Because his power had evolved. It was no longer in his speed or strength. It was in his presence. Ali became a living symbol of perseverance, dignity, and grace under pressure. He showed that legacy is built not in peaks, but in consistency, in how you treat people, in what you stand for when it's inconvenient, and in how you carry yourself when applause is gone. True legacy isn't loud. It doesn't beg to be remembered. It grows quietly as people retell your story, not because they have to, but because they want. Ali's legacy crossed generations, borders, and beliefs. People who never watched him fight still know his name, not because of knockouts, but because of character, his courage to stand alone, his compassion to lift others, his discipline to remain calm when chaos surrounded him. Legacy also demands sacrifice. Ali gave up years' comfort and certainty to live in alignment with his values. At the time, those choices looked costly. In hindsight, they look priceless. He understood that power in the present is temporary, but power in memory is permanent. Even in silence, Ali spoke. Even in stillness, he commanded respect. Because by then, he didn't need to prove anything. His life had already spoken for him. This is the final lesson Ali left behind. You don't control how long you're remembered, but you do control why. If you chase fame, you'll be replaced. If you chase legacy, you'll be repeated. Muhammad Ali didn't just leave behind highlights. He left behind a standard, and that standard continues to challenge the world to redefine what real power looks like long after the final bell. Muhammad Ali showed us that real power isn't measured by how loud you are. It's measured by how steady you remain when the world tries to shake you. It isn't about knocking others down. It's about lifting yourself and others. The lessons he left behind: self-control, confidence, courage, silence, dignity, compassion, and legacy aren't just for champions in the ring. They're for anyone who wants to live a life of true influence. So, ask yourself, will you let the chaos around you define your strength? Or will you show the world what real power looks like, just like Muhammad Ali did? If Ali's story inspired you today, hit like, share this video and subscribe for more lessons from the greatest legends who changed the world.